From Atari's Pong, to Mario, to GTA, and to whatever the hell this is. Mother, I know I'm gonna get a call from you as soon as you see this video, so I'm really sorry. But video games have created countless hours of memories and enjoyment for players across the world. From being something that when kids were little, they'd get made fun of for playing a Zelda, a Pokemon, or Mario, to now just being global industries. Pokemon is now the world's largest and fastest selling IP brand. It makes the most money out of any brand in the world. It's crazy. To companies like Sega doing weird partnerships with colognes so you can smell like Sonic the Hedgehog in a lemon weird scent, which is weird because you want to smell like a hedgehog. What the fuck? But it's games have just developed to this crazy thing now. And look, I love video games. I'm very excited for the games like Final Fantasy 16 coming out. Street Fighter 6 looks amazing. I love my standard Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. All of those games mean a lot to me. But recently, I can't help but feel that those AAA games have been kind of losing some weird touch. But if you've ever seen that one game you've met when you were younger, and you kind of just, it had an impression on you, and you just kind of wanted to follow it, that one game for me would be No More Heroes by Suda51. A game that, despite it all, releasing back in 2007, and the third entry, technically fourth because numbers are weird, is still one of my favorite games of all time. And I'm really excited to talk about it.
Start the game.
If you haven't heard about No More Heroes, it's understandable. It's a weird game released back on the Wii in 2007. It was developed, written, and directed by Suda51. We follow the story of Travis Touchdown as he works his way through an Assassin's Guild to be #1 out of the top 10 to hopefully score with a woman. And if that sounds bad, that's because it is. Suda wanted to critique the gaming and its audience as a whole. But later games like No More Heroes 2 would drop that idea and kind of give Travis his more bombastic feel. No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again would actually go and critique the development side of gaming and what it's like to be a developer. Although, as much as I love all three of those games, I'll actually be talking about No More Heroes 3, which is the fourth game in the series, but is titled number 3 because games and numbers are weird. To give you a basic plot of No More Heroes 3, aliens break out of a galactic prison to go and take over Earth. Travis has to make his way through the top 10 rankings of galactic prisoners and be #1 in order to save Earth. What's the most recent and cliche to say, No More Heroes 3 I feel has the best gameplay out of the series. Even though the overworld runs like ass, Suda51, I love you, that overworld chugs on the Switch. But when it comes to that combat, that smooth 60 frames a second is beautiful. It feels like the series has finally reached its peak in what it's been trying to do ever since No More Heroes 1. The Death Glove system has allowed me to have numerous types of strategies when thinking of in combat, which is dumb to say because it's a hack and slash game. And when you finally land that final hit on that final enemy and that beautiful music pops up, tying into what I just showed you, the music of the game is phenomenal. No More Heroes has always had fantastic music. No More Heroes 1, it had some good beeps and boops, I'll be honest. It had some nice catchy tunes, but nothing fantastic. No More Heroes 2 ramps it up a shit ton with its music. From its rock, its hip hop, its jazz, its pop, all of the music in No More Heroes 2 just reaches perfection. And then No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again goes to a more weird and laid-back 80s aesthetic, to its weird chiptune style, but retros 80s games like you would hear in a Mario, a Metroid, or a Zelda. But when it comes to No More Heroes 3, playing in my ear constantly, I love it. From the weird rap and type of R&B vibe of Velvet Chair Girl, to head-on fight as soon as you start up a match, or to the episode intro song that plays every time a new chapter starts, and then as you can see, I love No More Heroes 3. I love the whole series as a whole. No More Heroes 3 I know is coming to other consoles like PS5 and Xbox later this fall. I don't know when, dates are weird. Although No More Heroes 3 technically is a conclusion from Suda51, as he stated in his interviews. But if you've played the game, you know well that it doesn't kind of end as the final game. There's going to be more to it. And with Suda51 and kind of his direction he's wanting to go in video games, he may or may not come back to this series. I really hope he does, because Suda51 is one of those guys who develops games that you can't help but not love, because the guy just puts too much charm and charisma, and you feel every sense of passion from his games. This has been my video about No More Heroes 3. I really appreciate that you took the time to listen to it. If you like what you see here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.